The power of thinking twice. Let the first impulse pass, wait for the second. Baltazar Gracian.
3 seconds separate those who give it their all from those who don't give it a thought. Literally. 3 seconds. This brief buffer is all that stands between those who settle for whatever and those who settle for nothing less than whatever it takes. How can such a short span of time make such a big difference? It comes down to 6 predictable impulses that most of us automatically accept without a second thought. Quite literally, we don't consider alternatives to these impulses because they become unconscious habits embedded into our brain. The routine acceptance of any one of these 6 common impulses involuntarily eliminates the possibility of greatness from our lives. Without knowing it, we hem ourselves into a life of diminished returns, all because we don't give the first impulse a second thought. If, on the other hand, we were to give any one of these 6 common impulses a momentary pause, just 3 seconds of deliberation, we would soon see that another impulse emerges. And it is this second impulse that puts us on a higher road. It is this second impulse that reveals our freedom to excel, to move from whatever to whatever it takes. People who are willing to do whatever it takes build better teams, win more respect, and achieve bigger results because of this quality. Their mindset defines everything they do and every encounter they have. Are they merely lucky in life? Are they blessed with a way of thinking that spells success without effort? Not on your life. This alluring and invisible quality is not inherited as much as it is honed. It's a captivating spirit that can be taught and caught. For too long, it has been bridled by the false impression that you either have it or you don't. This book is about to change that. The first instinct fallacy. Renowned psychologist Rollo May said, "Human freedom involves our capacity to pause, to choose the one response toward which we will throw our weight." This freedom to choose the one response, the one that can take your life to a new level, is what I intend to help you experience. As a psychologist and a college professor, I'm familiar with the advice to go with the first impulse. If you've ever taken a multiple choice exam like the SAT, you've probably been told not to change your first choice, even if on second thought you think an alternative answer is probably correct. The common wisdom here is that your initial instincts are the best. But research actually shows this isn't a good strategy. In fact, 33 studies over 70 years suggest that sticking with your first instinct is not a smart approach. Researchers found that when test takers second guess and change their answers, it's most often from incorrect to correct, improving their test scores. Researchers at the University of Illinois call it the first instinct fallacy, and it continues to live on in spite of an abundance of contradictory evidence. Now, let me make this clear up front. I'm not saying that your first impulse is always negligible. Not at all. In fact, one need look no further than Malcolm Gladwell's best-selling Blink to see the undisputed fact that our first instincts are often brilliant. But what I am saying is that when it comes to the 6 specific impulses I'm about to outline, the evidence is abundantly clear that they will not serve you well. In fact, these impulses are downright detrimental. And yet, like panic test takers, we seem to buy into the old saw that says we should go with our first impulse. The 6 impulses that never pay off. You hardly need a scientific study to show you that these 6 instincts are harmful. On the face of it, instinctively, that they are not worthy of your aspiration. But for reasons